For some reason, everyone has a smell. Not a stinky smell or a strange smell, just a smell that seems like them. And my grandparents do too. My grandma smells like a certain perfume, and everything she gives me smells like that too. It smells sweet and soft, not too strong or anything. It smells like a cozy vacation house that you go to every year. My grandpa smells like newspaper, ink, and offices. It smells fresh and clean, like a brand new, bright paper looks. People's smells fit their personality. My grandpa is always in his newspaper-filled office, and my grandma is always so sweet to me and never harsh. I have always judged people by their smells, and they always end up right in some way or another. So I guess I'm saying never underestimate the power of your nose.
One of the things that my Nana and Papa do is play Pokemon Go, which is a mobile game where you catch Pokemon. My sister showed them how to play this, and now they are addicted to it. My Mimi also plays Mahjong with her friends, and she taught my sister all about it. She also loves to go shopping, and I want to wish them all a happy Grandparents' Day.
Dear B, Pop-Pop, Grandma, and Grandpa, I wanted to write a letter to all of you to tell you how amazing you are. First of all, you've watched over me with love, and of course, I know grandparents spoil their grandkids, but you guys do it on another level. You are always getting me ice cream and letting me choose the activities that we do together. My parents hate it. I also know that grandparents love their grandchildren to the moon and back, but you love me all the way around the universe. I love you just as much. Love, Harper.
I'm writing this to you because I want you to know you are special to me. What I love about you is that you're never in a bad mood. When I see you, you put a smile on my face. You're kind and funny, Talia. You're unique and no one is like you. This is why I love you.
Dear Mimi, Pa, and Tata, I'm writing you this letter today to give you an idea about how much you mean to me. Mimi, I remember how we sat together enjoying the so-called cold weather. We have the best time sitting together at restaurants, just enjoying each other's presence. You're always ready to ask me about my day. Mimi, I admire you for your lovingness and kindness. Pa, I have always loved working with you on projects that are just ours. For example, I remember when you and I did a woodworking project together. We laughed and completed it together so well. Pa, I admire you for grit, hard work, and teamwork. Tata, I have always loved your artistic vibe and that you are so always ready to take on another pottery project. I also love how positive you are. You can make a joke or offer a loving thought to lighten the mood. Tata, I admire you for your creative abilities and your optimism. I love you all so much. Noah.
Everyone has an item that represents them. For my grandpa, it's a light bulb. The reason why is because he owns Houston Lighting and knows a lot about lights. For my grandma, it's a cup from Starbucks. Starbucks is very important to my grandma because first of all, she needs her coffee. And second of all, she goes there with me, my cousin, my aunt, and my uncle, and my grandpa on Sundays. It's like a party. Happy Grandparents and Special Friends Day. Make sure to check out Houston Lighting and get your Starbucks.
I appreciate my dad because he's a great person. My dad is funny and he always has a way to make me smile. I can tell that he loves his family and I love him too. I'm so happy he can be here now to watch this. So I just wanted to tell him thank you for all that he's done for me.
I remember once when my family and I were walking right next to a waterfall in Estes Park, Colorado. I could hear the water crashing down onto the rocks, and I could hear the gravel crunching under our feet. James, Uncle Josh, and Dad were up ahead, but Grandfather and I were just enjoying it all. The smell of the water and mountains and pine trees, it was so peaceful.
My grandma likes to talk with me and my family over the phone because she lives in another city. She talks to me about this game she likes to play called Mahjong. It's a game of tiles. I still don't understand it because I've never played it, but I know she wins lots of money when she plays. Unfortunately, she has a broken arm right now, but when she gets better, we can play the game in person soon.
If I could plan a surprise vacation for my grandparents, I would send them on a fishing trip in the middle of nowhere because it would fit both of their needs. My Zadie loves to do all things that are outdoorsy and my Noni loves to relax. They would stay in a cozy log cabin. My grandpa could go whitewater rafting with his friends while my Noni took a power nap. You would see my Zadie fishing out on the dock while my Noni was watching from the lawn chair a few feet behind it. The house would have to have a grill so my Noni could make one of her delicious meals. I could see both of my grandparents loving this vacation.
To be a grandparent, you have to go to grandparent school. Now, grandparent school is not like regular school. There's no 1 + 1 is 2 or anything like that. No, grandparent school teaches how to be a grandparent. In grandparent school, one of the required courses is How to Give the Perfect Gift 101. Then, in later years, your grandparent might opt to take Perfect Jokes Advanced. Sadly, our grandparents will never reveal what really happens in grandparent school. So do what you wish with this top secret information.
Sabah and Sabta, do you remember when we went fishing in Alaska? That was what we could possibly be a huge shark on the line. We were trying to get it in for hours and hours. Kept taking down the line and eventually it broke the line. We tried everything, but it was too heavy to get up. Even with 3 grown men trying to get it in the bowl, we still couldn't do it. To this day, I still wish we got to see it.
G. Great-grandparents should always love you. R. Real grandparents will always take you to restaurants and have fun with you while doing so. A. Absolutely wonderful grandparents will play all sorts of games with you. N. Never mean nor strict. D. Dependable grandparents will look out for you. P. Protective of their grandchildren all the time. A. Another fun thing about grandparents is when they lie on the couch and watch a movie with you. R. Remember, minutes go by fast when they are around. E. Enjoyment fills my heart up to the very tip top. N. Notices imperfections. T. They are always funny. S. Spectacular stars twinkle in their eyes.
My grandparents are the best grandparents I could ever ask for. My grandpa always knows what to do to make me laugh, and I think if you met him, you would agree. He is so funny. My grandma makes the best pastries. She always makes chocolate cake for Shabbat because she knows it's my favorite. I can just imagine the delicious frosting and chocolate chips on a freshly baked cake. My grandparents always welcome me to their house with loving, caring hands, and I appreciate them for always being there for me. They always know what to do to put a smile on my face.
To my family, thank you for all the amazing places you have taken me to. Thank you for providing me with such good environment for me to live in. Thank you for all your love and affection. Thank you for everything you have given me.
When I was younger, my grandparents had a custom Rummikub set. It became a tradition to play Rummikub with them because our ancestors were born in Hungary and it was very popular there. After playing it for many years with that set of grandparents, my mother eventually told my other grandparents and they loved it too. Now we get to play Rummy whether we go 5 minutes away or all the way to San Antonio. It's so much fun and something we could all enjoy together.
Top 10 things to remember when being a grandparent. Number 1, make time with your grandchildren. Number 2, give lots of hugs and kisses. Number 3, make your grandchildren feel special. Number 4, tell stories about your childhood / the good old days. Number 5, play whatever your grandchild want, like dress up, dolls, tic-tac-toe, go fish, etc. Number 6, cook or bake with them. Number 7, let them play dress up in your clothes, jewelry, and makeup. Number 8, let them get as dirty as they want. Number 9, have fun. Number 10, no matter what, remember to love them with all your heart.
If I could plan the perfect vacation for my grandma, I would take her and my family to Disney World in Florida. Because when I was a kid, we went there and had so much fun. We got to do all of that together, and for me, that is so much fun. We would stay at a nice hotel and get all the food that we like. We would also get the passes that take you to the front of the line.
I feel special to have had my grandparents around me since I was born. They're also very loving and always proud of me. When I come to their house, I always see a big smile appear on their faces. They're so curious about what I've been doing, I can't even answer all of their questions. My grandparents are some of my biggest supporters, and they always have a way to make me smile or cheer me up.
To all my grandparents, each one of you is the star of my universe. Whenever I'm with you, I can feel a strong connection with you. I can always tell you anything that's happening in my life. When I'm sad or going through something really difficult, you are there to always comfort me and make me feel like everything is okay. When I'm with you, I always get this special feeling that I'm loved and supported. Grandy, my favorite thing to do with you is bake cupcakes and cakes. Bubba, I love watching the news with you and talking about what is happening in the world. Grandma, I love going shopping with you and talking about your mother and how much I am like her. Grandpa, I love playing on your phone even when you say no and begging you for really expensive clothes. BB and RZ, I love to play with you both and spend time at your apartment. Happy Grandparents and Special Friends Day to all of you.
If I could plan a surprise vacation for my grandparents, it would be to one of those resorts in Hawaii. My Saba, Soft, and Mom and I would be going there together in a nice plane and touch down on a runway in the tropics with lots of palm and coconut trees. There, concierge would take our bags and escort us up to our suite. Once we've settled in, we'd go to the resort's complimentary restaurant serving local food and have a feast. The next day, we would go to see the town and see all the shops and the tourist attractions, and then go back to the hotel for swimming, chess, and a visit to the spa. In the evening, we'd visit the beach to watch the peaceful sunset and spend one more lovely night's sleep at the hotel before starting the long journey back home.
I feel loved every day because when I get in the car to go to school or when I come home, or just at any random time, my dad and mom tell me how much they love me or how they appreciate me. At that moment, I realize that I'm constantly in their thoughts. That's why I feel loved.
Dear Grandpa, I remember when you took me fishing for the first time when I was 7. I remember the wind blowing against our faces, the trees standing tall, the waves crash against the shore, and the sound of crunching leaves under our footsteps. I caught my first fish that day, even though that was the only one I was able to catch that day. I'll never forget that memory and how much it started my love for fishing. I felt so much joy in that moment. Love, Ainsley.
If I had to choose one object to represent my grandpa, it would be his train set. He built the tracks and an entire miniature countryside on a huge table in his basement. There are mountains, a town, a rodeo, a fire truck, and the trains even have real smoke coming out of them. My grandpa and I love to play with it together when I visit. If I had to choose one item to represent my Nana, it would probably be an oven mitt. I say this because she's such a good cook. Whenever we go to Toronto, my Nana makes us delicious food. I especially love her mac and cheese. Nothing else compares. And dinners at Nana's house are always filled with laughter. Finally, if I had to choose an item that best represents my Grandma Ann, it would be a swimming pool. On hot December days, I love to come over to her house to swim. She always comes out to sit by the pool to talk to me. Sometimes even the peacocks come to pay us a visit when we are out there, and we always are mesmerized by them. I'm so lucky to have 3 amazing grandparents.
Granny, remember when I was about 6 years old, you worked at the doctor's office and you always gave me oranges after a checkup? You used to always have them under your desk, so after a checkup, you would pull them out from under your desk and give me one. They were always so sweet. It always made me feel better, especially after shots. I love you very much.
My grandmother has special ways of showing how she loves me. For example, my family speaks a certain language that I try to understand, but I don't. My grandmother said that I didn't have to learn it until I was a certain age. She told me how hard learning a language was, and it made me feel better. My grandmother is special to me because she is a very open-minded person and she understands me.
My grandparents to me are the stars above and the ocean below. They are the rainbows in the sky and the dew in the grass. They mean so much to me. My grandma is always energetic and filled with joy. She has great advice to give and will always be right by my side. My Mima is caring and ready for anything. She knows when I need a lift off the ground. And my Papa always has a smile ready to give. I love being around my grandparents. I love talking to them, and I love them.